Hi, everyone, and welcome to our latest messenger marketing webinar, which is specifically designed for e-commerce marketers, Shopify store owners, Amazon store owners, anybody who is working in e-commerce and would love to get more sales with the same ad budget. And that is because today we're talking a lot about how to use messenger marketing to skyrocket your e-commerce business. And we're going to have a lot of information that we're going through today, a lot of hands-on strategies. So buckle up. If you haven't seen our previous course on the basics of messenger marketing, then allow me to introduce myself. I'm Reka. I'm a messenger marketing ambassador at What's Help, a awesome messenger marketing platform available for you. And we are super excited to develop the topics that we discussed during our 5-day webinar course that you can find on that you'll be able to find on our blog soon, and dive into messenger marketing specifically for web stores. So a little bit about what we're going to talk about today. So if you are trying to increase your sales, if you're a web shop owner who's still trying to find their correct audience, if you see that you have a low conversion rate or a super high cost per order and you'd like to optimize that, then this is a super epic web course for you. And we are really going to go through some hardcore strategies about how we can use arguably digital marketing's most exciting tool at our disposal today, which is messenger marketing. And today we're going to talk a little bit about why messenger, what it is. We covered this a lot in day 1 of our video course, but I'm going to go over some stats with you guys so that you can understand the awesomeness and effectiveness of this tool. We are also going to go over 3 strategies for product offers that will grow all of your brand assets. So this includes not only your Facebook Messenger subscriber list, but also 2 of the more traditional forms of marketing, your pixel remarketing list and also your email list, in one fell swoop without added cost to your budget. So you can see why I'm getting really excited about this. But moving on, after we go over some strictly e-commerce marketing techniques and strategies, we'll dive into a sort of more general strategy for cold traffic conversion. So once you have all of that foot traffic pouring through your e-commerce shop or just your general website, we're going to give you a really hands-on strategy for being able to convert that cold traffic automatically without extra cost. And then finally, we'll take a look at web shop specific features for Messenger. These are super new. They're really evolving tools. They're always developing kind of new things and optimizing these on Facebook. It's just starting to get integrated with the larger Messenger platforms. So I'm going to introduce you to some tools that are available to us today for cart abandonment follow-ups and website widgets that allow you to follow up with customers. And finally, we're going to talk about broadcasting with messenger marketing. So we have a lot to cover today. I'm not going to beat around the bush. Let's just dive right in. Now, a little bit about what's exciting about Messenger and the numbers that we can see with Messenger today. So number 1, you may or may not have known this, but there are 1.4 billion active users on Messenger today. And that is a number that trumps the combined active users on social media today. So that includes Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. So there are more people using Messenger. And what's more, building on top of that, is that 90% of the people that are using Messenger are using it via mobile. So what this means to you as a marketer is you are able to access this tool and start using a tool that is already mobile responsive. You're not going to have to think about how you're going to adapt your strategy, adapt your landing page and discounts and offers for mobile users, because it's all built for a mobile platform to begin with. Out of all of the messaging apps that exist, and we know there's a lot, so there's not just Facebook messaging, there's Telegram, WeChat, Viber, WhatsApp, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Facebook is dominating the messaging app world globally. So there are tons of people using Facebook. Most people are on Facebook Messenger who are being accessed via Messenger marketing. Facebook is also doing a lot to develop marketing channels for Messenger. And we're going to go over that in a little bit. And finally, what this also means is that people are really used to using Messenger. So it's habitual, it's convenient. The UX is already there. There's no new technology or no new techniques that need to be learned. People are already active and engaged with that. And that's something that translates to the effectiveness of this marketing, which in cold hard numbers looks like an 80% open rate for Messenger marketing campaigns that are being sent out. So that is 80% of your marketing messages, your offers, your news, your broadcasts that are being opened by your Messenger marketing subscribers. And that is huge. A little bit about how huge that is. Let's compare that 80% open rate to the 15% open rate that we see in emails. Guys, that's a 4 to 10x increase in open rate. And that's a number that converts to the actual click-through rate as well. So click-through rates for Messenger marketing campaigns are on average at 20%, and that is compared to the 5% that we see in emails. And honestly, that's actually pretty generous of me to give emails about a 5% click-through rate. I think it's actually a little bit less than that. So those are some cold hard facts to get you thinking about Messenger marketing. Some more exciting things about it I mentioned before is that it's automated. It's set it and forget it. Once you get it going, it'll keep rolling by itself. You can optimize, you can tweak, of course, but once you've got a really great strategy going, that's just something that will be able to run all by itself. And of course, as I mentioned before, this is a super new tool. There is not a lot of competition here. We like to say that Messenger marketing is a little bit like a big blue ocean, deep and undiscovered. So you are not competing with huge brands here. You're not competing with a lot of brands here. There's not a lot of noise. And right now, if you're watching this video, if you have already implemented messaging, you're totally on the edge and you have a first or an early adopter advantage. And we highly recommend you keep using this to your advantage. So Facebook Messenger Messenger marketing is free up until now. It probably won't always be free, but it's free right now, which is amazing, which means that you can do retargeting, you can do outreach, you can grow your Messenger subscriber list with no added cost to your advertising budget. And also, as I said before, there's just not a lot of noise. So people are already engaged with this, but you're not competing with a million different offers out there, as we are with email newsletters and the like. So some exciting things about Facebook Messenger to get you jazzed about this. And I am going to dive right into some real use case scenarios for your Shopify shop that you can apply to today using your Messenger marketing bots. So strategy number 1. This is a strategy that combines urgency with a large discount to attract users, and we're gonna apply this 1-day 75% coupon offer with a comment to Messenger bot. Now, if you haven't used Messenger bots before, if you're not familiar with CTM bots, then don't fear, we're gonna go through the whole process today. So CTM bots, it's a very, very simple workflow. They start with a page post, any sort of page post, a special offer, in our case, a huge 75% offer to get the eyeballs there, to get the shares going. It starts with a page post on your special offer that gives a couple of the values of the product you're offering, and also instructs your audience to comment a specific keyword into reply with a comment with a specific keyword below, in order to trigger a message to be sent to them by a direct message. And what is really cool about CTM bots is that because it requires somebody to comment underneath the post in order to trigger the actual direct message and for them to get whatever offer it is that you're offering, lots and lots and lots of people will organically comment on the post without having to boost or without having to add any sort of without having to boost, basically. And because Facebook doesn't really, it doesn't know what people are commenting, it doesn't know why people are commenting. All it sees is that this post is getting a lot of engagement, which is really gonna allow for some spontaneous virality of your post. Of course, if you boost it, that's going to help it even more. But this really works to quickly work off the page followers that you have without any extra boost needed. This, of course, equates to a lower cost of lead for you. So back to our flow here after these exciting little announcements. In the meantime, we have a page post. The user has commented, and after the user comments the specific keyword that you've instructed them to comment, a direct message will be sent to their Facebook message. And what this direct message is for is it's actually a kind of opt-in message. So you're going to need somebody to actually opt in so once they've opened the message, you're going to need somebody to opt in to your Messenger subscriber list. And the way you do that is have them reply with a keyword, which will signify an opt-in, and then after that, give them once they've replied and become a Messenger subscriber. So we're right here, as you can see in step 6. After that, they'll become a part of your bucket list broadcast, which we're going to go over a little bit later in this webinar. But they'll also be primed for the actual discount that you're offering. Now, as I said before, the point of this entire process is not only to grow your Messenger subscriber list, which is, as I was discussing before, of increasing importance to do while you can still do this for free, but also your Facebook pixel retargeting list and your email list. So before you round out this conversation with a quick here's your discount and let's go, which is something that we'll discuss in our second strategy today. This is a bit more of a long form strategy, and this is really to just get all of the assets you need. It's a slow burn, but it's pretty epic that you can do this in one process. So we're at the point where the user has replied, and now once the user has replied, what you will do now is actually provide a button for them to navigate over to your offer page. So this can be a landing page specifically designed just for your product offer, together with coupons and the coupon and the instruction. So the first thing that we need to do about a landing page, of course, if they've landed on your landing page, then the Facebook pixel will pick them up. They're primed for your retargeting list. And then finally, you can also tie the coupon, because it's a big enough coupon, let's say it's 75% or 80% or really, really a huge significant discount, you can actually tie your audience getting their coupon to an email submission. And doing that, we've hit all 3. Bingo, 3 for 3. You've got them on your subscriber list, your pixel list, and your email list. So we finally gotten them over to this product page. They finally have their discount. And the last thing you want to do here is take them over to your Shopify or Amazon store checkout page and have them check out. And we have a little bit of a demo for you today so that you can see what this looks like short form in action. So I'm going to take you over to our What's Help bot page. And we're looking at our comment to messenger bot right here. So this is for a super epic product called Rubber Chicken Purses. And really quickly, I'm just going to run you through this process so you can see what it looks like and get some ideas about how to put this into your own web shop and see what this looks like on the What's Help dashboard. So we've got a call to action here. We've got tons of emojis. It's really exciting and attracting to the eyes. We have our 75% off only today, so we have a little bit of scarcity involved here as well. And then I've followed up with some value added. It's safe for crossing the road, like not all chickens are, as we know. And it's available in limited quantities. Again, the scarcity. And then finally, your instructions. So just comment chicken below to receive your special discount code in a private message. And make sure to be very clear here. Make sure to use super simple keywords. Don't, use like chicken fragilistic or something like that somebody can like mistype or whatever. make sure to just keep it really simple and clear for your actual audience what's going to happen next. So when you're testing this, of course, make sure that you are testing it as your own personal profile, because otherwise it might not get triggered. I'm going to comment chicken. And as I said, the more people that comment, the more traction this is going to get, and the more organic traction that you're going to get here. And I'm actually going to take us over to a larger screen here so that you can see what's going on. But here we see the workflow of our bot. So who said you were chicken? Reply with bok bok for our epic one day only promotion. So this is a different keyword. And as I said before, this is our message opt-in, which is going to actively get your reader subscribed to your Messenger subscriber list. So a little PSA here. We also usually just add a little PS to tell people to ignore this link because it's going to take them back to the ad, and go ahead and just type the reply, bok bok. I don't know, is that what chickens say everywhere? I'm pretty sure that's the universal chicken sound. If that wasn't clear, then we may have to think of a new, keyword here, but bok bok for me is the chicken sound in case that wasn't clear for anyone. Anyway, congratulations, you've unlocked our one day only epic sale. And here, just to keep it short, I've right away given the fried chicken coupon code here and added a button that will take them to, that's actually a URL that will take them over to the Rubber Chicken Purse web store. So as I said before, you can do it this way. If you want to grow your remarketing list, then you would actually take them over to your product landing page, pixel them, require an email submission in order to get your email list growing as well, and then finally take them over to your Shopify or Amazon or Magento or WooCommerce, whatever product page store, and have them check out. So that was that, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of these 3 strategies, I'll go over a little bit of the What's Help dashboard and give you a tour of what this looks like in the back end. And you'll also be able to learn more about comment to messenger bots and building standard bots in our 5-day webinar course. So if you want a little bit of a hands-on practice for that, a hands-on tutorial for that, go and check that out. We, on the other hand, have a lot more ground to cover here. So we are moving right along to our second strategy of the day. And the name of this strategy is the Shopify Straight Sale. So this is a straight sale at full price or at a super tiny discount, let's say a 5 or 6% discount. The point of this strategy, because it's very similar to the in process in bot makeup to the one that I just exhibited before, that we just walked through before. However, the goal of the strategy is just to make a sale. So before, you were growing a bunch of your lists, you were, giving out a lot of discounts. Here, you're not trying to decrease the value of your product that much. You're really just trying to sell the dang thing. So, as I said before, it's super similar to our comment to messenger bot before. So you'll have your post, your user comment, and an auto response. You will go ahead and, of course, have your user opt-in using a specific keyword, and they will be sent over to a long landing page, which will, for a larger purpose, really spend a lot of time convincing and converting via a nice UX, via some great copy, why exactly your customer should commit to that purchase right then and there. So what I want to say about this post is, since you're making a direct sale, spend a lot of time making a great post for this. So you can make it a video post. That's super popular on Facebook right now. We've made a short video post for this as well in our demo bot. And this is something, that will catch somebody's eye. It's a really quick problem solution video, super quick, that will just take them through the whole thing. This is for something called the flip and stick, which is just flippin' fun, if you ask me. And here, again, in our post, we use tons of emojis, really eye-catching. You'll never use your phone the same again. all of that jazz. And here we've added a 5% discount, but we've really focused on just making an awesome value-added media post here that gets people excited about this. So like I said, this is super similar to the functionality of the 1.4. So as I have here, just comment flip below to get a 5% discount. Now you don't have to say to get a 5% discount. You can also say type flip below to buy this phone or to get access to the limited number of phone flip and sticks that we have on stock. Whatever it is that's going to provide that tiny little push to get people to react to your post is awesome here. So I've gone ahead and I've clicked flip. Here I'm going to take you again over to our larger screen. Sick of juggling your phone? Reply with handy if you're serious. So we've opted into the Messenger subscriber list. And here, of course, high five, you're one practical person. We've got the discount code immediately to be used at checkout for 5% off. And then we have Take Me to the Flippin' Store, which is which will be a link to your long form product page, which might allow people to buy 5 flip and sticks at once for a better value, really go through all the value addeds, really make sure that it's super clear why this is awesome. So this is really a more like a super sales oriented process here, of which the Messenger bot is an awesome low cost way to get eyeballs to. Giving you a sneak peek of what's to come. So that was strategy number 2. And without further ado, I want to take you to strategy number 3, which doesn't rhyme with do, you, or two, but that is simply the number that we are working with right now. So in order to assuage any sadness that came with this non-rhyming, I am going to introduce a really cool, very different strategy than the 2 that we went over before. And this is a strategy that uses the JSON Ad Unit. And a little bit of a disclaimer before we go through this strategy. So this is definitely not recommended if you are just getting started using Messenger bots for your marketing right now. So unlike your comment to Messenger bots that use posts and take advantage of organic reach and maybe even that virality that will come with enough comments going here, this is not a low budget, super low budget strategy. It is going to work through actual Facebook ad campaigns, and you cannot take advantage of that organic reach. However, it is a super powerful sales process, and it's a great way to really take advantage of Facebook's integration and work with messenger marketing campaigns here, and the integration of your messenger marketing dashboard with the actual Facebook Ads Manager. So let's say you've worked a lot with comment to messenger posts, you're familiar with bots and how they work, you've built up your messenger subscriber a bit, or you have some really great Facebook ad campaigns that you would like to take to the next level with messenger marketing. I'm going to tell you why this is so powerful here. So brief overview of what this looks like. Here in our schema here, our workflow, we'll see that we have a JSON ad, and I'll take you a little bit through the Ads Manager back end so that you can see what this looks like. Again, in our 5-day video course, I go over how to make a JSON ad unit with your messenger marketing bot. So anyway, so we have our JSON ad with our super awesome ad creative. Once somebody clicks on that ad, let's say it's learn more or shop now or whatever your CTA is, we'll have them opt into the message with a call to action. And basically after that, you're done. So let's think about what that means. So somebody saw the ad, they were super intrigued by what they saw. They clicked on learn more. They got a direct message immediately in their messenger marketing, in their messenger account. they clicked on the opt-in message there, let's shop, or take me there, or take me to the shop. And immediately they've become a Messenger subscriber, and in 2 clicks, you've gotten them over to your store. So they haven't had to go anywhere else. They hadn't had to go off to another website or anything like that. In 2 clicks, you have a new Messenger subscriber, and you've got somebody in your store. So that's really powerful, really easy, and super low barrier to entry. So not even any keywords or anything like that needed here. So after you've got them over to your shop, it's business as usual, if you will, in your Shopify store. You've got them. You'll probably maybe you'll respond with some sales copy and a link, and then once they're over to your new item offer page, you can start pushing them towards the checkout and the door, maybe the impulse buy products on the way. So quickly, another thing that I wanted to mention as we're standing over here by the checkout door are some web shop specific features that we'll go over in a little bit, but these include automated abandonment cart messenger flows. So you can actually connect, what this means is you can actually connect your messenger to your Shopify or your Amazon store. And if somebody has left something in their cart but hasn't gotten back to it, then you'll be able to follow up with them via Messenger within a half an hour, within 24 hours, and within 48 hours, which is surprisingly actually really effective, even 48 hours after they've abandoned their checkout, and let them know that these are the products that they've left there waiting in the cold. You can make this super multimedia, so you can let them know which products are left in their abandoned carts. You can give them some discounts, if you think that will get them to purchase, be more likely to purchase the next time around. But anyway, these are all flows that can be set up with Messenger, through Messenger, and integrated with your e-commerce store. So we're going to go over that a little bit later. But that's actually something that also relates to our second strategy. So if you have a straight sale, somebody's gone all the way to your long product page, they've put it in their cart, and suddenly a butterfly has flown past their head and they didn't purchase that product, they're going to be able to receive follow-up messages up to 3 times after they've abandoned the cart. So more about that later. Before I jump into that, I want to show you what this JSON Ad Unit looks like in real life. So I'm going to take you over to our Ads Manager, where I have a pretty cool ad set up for you for a little product that I love called Tiny Hands. And here, oh no, and I hope you can see it. Let's put this over to our desktop news feed. Yes, awesome. So Tiny Hands, I have already set this up just in the name of speed and efficiency for our webinar today. But basically, I've duplicated a working target audience and a working creative from one of our existing ad campaigns, which is something that we definitely recommend you do. Take something that works, add Messenger to it, and start optimizing from there. So definitely try to eliminate all of the as many of the moving wheels and factors as you can, and the variables, and find something that works. So this was a really awesome Tiny Hands campaign, and basically what we've done is once we set it up, we set it up. This is a traffic increasing traffic targeting ad, and we have directed it over to our Messenger, which is an option in your Facebook Ads Manager. And at the end of our ad creating session, we set up our actual JSON Ad Unit here in the JSON version of this tab. And what that means is, it's actually simpler than what it sounds like. is that we have connected the ad bot that we created for this specific ad campaign in our What's Help dashboard with our Facebook ad. So we created the Facebook ad, then we went over to What's Help. We created this awesome messenger flow where we message, where once the user has clicked on the ad, we message them with an opt-in message. We add a call to action text for them to opt into our messenger flow. So that's the second click. And where we finally send them a cool little message, some sales copy, and a link over to our e-commerce shop. So we created those two things, the ad and the ad bot. We set it live. And on this final page on my bot flow, I've got the JSON code all ready for me in this beautiful copyable format here. I've taken this, I've highlighted it, I copied it, and I pasted it over here to our JSON Ad Unit. So that's basically the setup there. You can find more in our video course, but just to let you know, that's kind of what this looks like. So it's super easy. It's pretty much as easy as it is for all of your customers that are opting into this. Hint, hint. And if you're just doing this for the first time, it actually even lets you, as a messenger conversation, preview your handiwork. So that's exactly what we're going to do right now. I'm going to take you over to our messenger. Hi there. Thanks so much for loving tiny hands as much as we do. Honestly, who does not love tiny hands? If you don't, then just don't tell me. Slime some skin. Welcome on board. We're happy to have you as one of our first set of hands on deck. And we've only got 996 of these super tiny ones available. So snag a few while you still can. Then I've got, so as you can see, I've clicked on the ad, I've slapped them some skin, and I'm a messenger subscriber, and I'm ready to go to the shop. So just like that, bam, you have made some serious action in the tiny hand game or whatever it is that your e-commerce store is selling. So that is your JSON Ad Unit flow. And that actually wraps up our 3-strategy portion of the evening. I'd love to hear your questions and comments about what we went through today. If you're confused about how to craft a bot, write to us. We'll send you over the 5-day video course and relevant materials. And I am going to head over to something I like to call our super secret strategy. And this is cool. It's not just for web shops. It's actually for anybody looking to convert their cold website traffic, their cold Facebook traffic in an automated and easy way and within 2 weeks. Cool, right? Does that sound like you? If it does, then hang tight because we're going to go through this strategy. So this strategy addresses the huge issue that we see with cold traffic conversion. So if you are a website who is trying to get somebody over from an email or from a landing page or from your Facebook message to your website to opt into something, it's a lot of times you are just SOL in getting some sort of contact information, some sort of hook for your audience before they leave. So a lot of times, 95% of the time, if somebody is moving over from your Facebook page, let's say, to your landing page, you've lost 95% of the time, you've lost that way to contact them. Like, sure, yes, of course, you can retarget them using ads. Like, of course, if you've pixeled them on your landing page, but that is going to contribute to a huge blossoming retargeting budget for you. And now that we have messenger marketing, it's totally unnecessary. So what I'm going to tell you today is how you can get this cold traffic warmed up, get a great way to be able to contact them and to give them those 7 to 20 touches or impressions that they need before converting into a paying customer without adding to your retargeting budget. And that should get you excited. So what does this look like? Here we have our final beautiful flow for today. So soak it all in, folks. Here it is in all its glory. And really quickly, this is what our cold messenger flow looks like today. So we've got 3 interaction options that we can use with our messenger bots in this scheme. So the first is this Facebook ad, which we just saw in our JSON Ad Unit. The second is the Facebook post, which we saw in our first 2 strategies. So the comment to messenger post, which is another great way to get somebody on your messenger subscriber list, and a very free way that takes advantage of your organic reach. And finally, website plugins, which I haven't talked about here or even in the oft mentioned video course too much, but which I will talk about in a couple of minutes from now. So we can take these all as viable options. These are all things that we will give you a little bit of an introduction to, or have given you an introduction to, and you can use for your cold traffic conversion today. So let's say that your audience, just random Joe or Jane off the street, first time ever hearing your name, ever hearing of your awesome product, interacts with one of these little conversation starters right here. So they immediately are sent either if they've clicked, or if they've commented, or if they've interacted with your website plugin, if they've sent over their information that way or opted in that way, they're immediately sent a reply from you with some awesome information and sales copy about all of the awesome value that you have to offer for them in your product, and followed by some sort of cool lead magnet. So be that a downloadable PDF, a discount code that we saw before, anything that is downloadable and usable by your audience is a great lead magnet here. And it's something that's going to signify that they've opted into your Messenger subscriber list. And once they've opted into your Messenger subscriber list, one of two things can happen. So, we've warmed them up a little bit. Maybe it can be that you have a really epic product and you can immediately take them over to some sort of small purchase or commitment, or some sort of tripwire that they can commit to here. So maybe if you're selling, cars, okay, you're selling used cars, then the first thing that you can do is actually just sell somebody like a really cool leopard spotted furry steering wheel holder. And that can be your tripwire, that can be that low cost commitment, and you're really warming that person up and you're really getting those touches in. Let's say that's not the way that you want to go. Let's say that you don't have a product or something hard, something tangible that you're selling. The tripwire can also be just an appointment or a free consultation or something that they have to make time and energy for. So these are all things that are possible here. If you feel confident that that your customer is ready for that. Maybe they aren't. Maybe they haven't committed to this tripwire. They didn't do the consultation. They didn't want to. You didn't want to be lead with that. What you can do after you send the lead magnet, or even after this tripwire, is you can automate some follow-up content to be sent to your lead. So this can be any sort of cool, useful blog post, a webinar, any really a video, anything like that, that will, in a very short and sweet way over the next 2 weeks, really get this person warmed up to your brand and really have them understanding more about you. So this is kind of like a newsletter, but one that goes directly to your inbox, one that's much shorter, and one that doesn't require your audience to go through the millions of other emails and whatnot that are in their inbox already. So this is basically a process that we see going over about 2 weeks, 14 days. It involves 3 to 5 touches that happen over this 14 weeks. So Even though you have this at your disposal, we like to say less is more. And finally, once you've gone through this entire process, you have a way to automatically send somebody some information about your core product. You've got them all warmed up. It's automated. It's free, and you haven't had to fight with a ton of noise and the crappy open rates of emails and the huge costs of retargeting. So that is some really exciting stuff right there. That being said, it's not an super easy process or a super easy recipe to perfect. So this is one that you're going to have to iterate a lot on, create some really great content for, experiment with a lot of great content for, to see what gets the best reaction out of your customers. But once you've got it down, you've got it down as a cold conversion traffic workflow. And of course, once you have somebody on your Messenger subscriber list, maybe even committed to your core product, you can go on and upsell, downsell, cross-sell, and continue to communicate with them via Messenger. So go ahead and try this out. Try it out in 3 to 5 different ways. It's going to take you a while to hit that 200% awesome conversion rate, but it has been done before. It is a super effective tool with low competition. Tons of people are on their mobile phones right now using them, engaging with Messenger. So it's definitely worth the time and effort to really optimize this for your own business while there is low competition. Cool. So I would like to move on to the third étape of our night, which are focusing back in, zooming back into your e-commerce stores, are going to revolve around some e-commerce specific features that we see being used in Messenger today. So this includes cart abandonment reminders, website widgets that you can add for to get some user input, emails and whatnot before exit intent. And these are super, super new. So number 1, abandonment cart reminder. Now we talked about this in our second and our third strategy. We talked about it retroactively for the second strategy. But basically what an abandoned cart reminder looks like is exactly what it sounds like. So let's say that you've gone through your second strategy, your comment to Messenger bot, and somebody has gone to your long form product page, they're ready to check out, and for some reason they're having second thoughts, or they saw a second website that really drew their attention. They just don't want to pull out their wallet right now. They've left it in the checkout. Same goes with your second strategy, where the same thing has happened, but through an actual Facebook ad campaign. So the abandonment cart reminder basically is integrated. Basically means that your web shop is integrated with your Messenger dashboard, and just like automated emails that are sent for abandoned cart checkouts on Shopify and on other web stores, Messenger works exactly the same way. So somebody has abandoned something in their cart. Your follow-up bot can follow up with them 30 minutes after their shopping, their abandoned cart, your abandoned cart bot will follow up with them 30 minutes after they've shopped, so as not to disrupt the shopping process. Also 24 hours and 48 hours. Now the reason for this timing is not completely random. The 30-minute is actually tried and tested by several e-commerce brands out there as being the best time that's closest to your shopping experience, so as to allow to make sure that the person is still at their computer and able to check out if they have some serious checkout intent, but not too close where they might still actually just be shopping and not ready to check out yet. The 24-hour follow-up coincides, and the 48-hour follow-up coincides with Facebook's 24+1 policy. So the 24+1 policy basically states that if somebody is not an opted-in subscriber to your messenger list, then you are able to send them a follow-up within 24 hours, a follow-up within 24 hours, and one follow-up outside of the 24 hours within any time frame, actually. The 3 follow-ups are also more effective than you would think. Up to 25% of abandoned carts are recovered at the time of the 3rd follow-up. So you may not think that people are still interested in that product 2 days later, but it turns out that 25% of them actually are. This other super awesome thing about it is sort of like the immediacy of it. So those follow-up emails may be too late. You're not guaranteed that somebody's checking their email all the time, at least not as much as they're probably checking their messenger. And it's not going to hit that half-hour window that messenger is. So that is really, really, really cool. So moving on from abandoned carts, we've already gone through this. As I said before, we've got Facebook's 24+1 rule, the reminders coming 23 hours and 48 hours after the abandoned cart, and a 10 to 15 times higher open rate and click-through rate than we see with emails. The other sales feature that I wanted to speak to you about here are website widgets. Now, website widgets are another exciting new feature available to web shop owners that are using messenger marketing. And basically what they do is allow somebody to become a messenger subscriber within your actual web store. So as you can see here, sorry, I started reading the discount here. This website widget pops up during the shopping process for your customer and promises them a 10% off discount coupon, similar to the one that we saw in our Comment to Messenger, but actually within your web store. And ask them to subscribe by clicking a button where they'll get the discount sent to their messenger. And just like that, you know the process well. They've become a messenger subscriber, and you're able to hit them with a lot of exciting news after that. Another exciting website widget is the checkbox plugin. So this shows up right on the product page on your web shop. And instead of a widget popping up, it's right underneath your add to cart button. It's a discount offer that becomes valid once that person opts in to your messenger subscription list. So it looks just like this checkbox here. And once somebody's on their messenger subscription list, you can go ahead and send them broadcasts, which is the final thing that I want to speak to you about today. So basically, I've been talking about this messenger subscriber list for this entire webinar, and I've also talked a little bit about the 24+1 rule. So you may be wondering, what good is this messenger subscriber list to me? And what kind of news can I send to people? So if you're asking these questions, you're totally on the right track. Basically, what we talked about before with cart abandonments and the 24-hour window relates to promotional messages. So these are standard messages that don't actually need your customers opt-in to be sent to. And that's exactly why we have the 24+1 window, so that Facebook doesn't have to deal with a bunch of businesses spamming the crap out of their audiences. Au contraire, on the other hand, you also have a channel, a way for really excited customers who want to hear more about your news and more about your new products and things like that to opt in to some non-promotional content from you. And this is exactly what subscription messages are. And this is exactly the beauty of growing your messenger subscriber list. So once you have a messenger subscriber list built, you can go to your dashboard. And basically, when you have a new product, when you have a new offer or some exciting news to share about your web shop, maybe you have just started accepting American Express credit cards or anything like that, you are able to send all of that really cool news and really make contact with your audience and give them a reason to go revisit your web shop. It's a cool way to get your customers back to your store via Messenger, and it's also a great way through getting them back to your store to get some repeat sales going. So the way to create broadcasts is what you do is you segment your subscriber list via tags, and you can tag them every time you do a discount, different discount or promotion, and have your customers segmented that way. You can also tag them, you segment them by how many conversations they've had with you, what pages they follow you through. So there's a lot of different ways to segment your customers to really get some relevant messaging out there. And then you can go ahead and schedule broadcast bot flows ahead of time and just have those continuously going out, once a month or twice a month to your audience that way. What's really important to know about broadcasts is that you really need your audience to opt in to these broadcasts. So in our video course, in our 5-day video course, we talk about how to manage subscriptions and how to give somebody the options to unsubscribe from your broadcast subscription list. And that is all, those are all things that you need to take care of in order to stay in line with Facebook's messenger marketing policy and not get your account suspended. It can be a lot to take in at once, but we hope with these videos that we give you a few ideas and a little bit of clarity and good strategies for implementing bots into your own sales process. If you have any ideas for things that you want to hear about next in other videos, definitely write us back. We're so excited to hear from you guys. Really give us the good, the bad, the ugly. I'm ready. And I'm so happy that you were here with me today to go over some really awesome Shopify strategies for your messenger bots today. So if you haven't tried messenger marketing in action, don't wait. If you take anything away from this video, it's don't wait. This is the time to do it. This is the time to get great at it and get a jump on your competitors. Try out the free trial available to you at whatshelp.io and go ahead and create your first sales funnel like right now and tell me about it. So thanks again, guys. Hope you're having a great day, and I will see you at our next webinar. Ciao.